Hello, Master Manifestors. Today we're talking about Manifestation Mindset Part 2, Systems and Stories. Everything is a system, and the reason that's important to understand is that the universe isn't out to get you, I promise. Everything is just moving and interacting together, changing and adapting, following its own sets and rules. And how we interpret it are the stories that our mind tells us about situations. And our interpretations of our perceptions also color how we have our experience of reality. And there is a lot to see. Now, if you remember from the previous video, we talked about how you will notice things more the more attention you give them and the more you repeat that attention. So keep that in mind when you're telling yourself stories or when you're listening to stories that your brain is telling you, which is more correct. So if you're paying attention and you monitor your thoughts, you spend time noticing what you're thinking and how you're feeling about things, you can start to notice more in your reality that you can appreciate and be grateful for. And that really is the goal, is to have a more enjoyable experience. So in understanding also that everything's a system, we're systems interacting with other systems. So it's not something to be ashamed of. It's simply a set of processes, automated often processes, that we can adjust to become the kind of people that we want according to our values or beliefs. So let's get started.
Insight 1. Operation and Outcomes. Everything and everyone is a system and a story. The 4 parts of a system are rules, input, parts, and output. And everything, everyone, everything is a system with multiple systems within it. The 4 parts of a story are the lens, the viewpoint for which you see it, the events or things that happen, the meaning you make of it, and the outcome. Consistent output from the system is what reveals outcomes. If you want a particular kind of experience, you need to be open to seeing it. Your brain filters what doesn't align with your identity and the story and the character that predicts your behavior, your output. Insight 2. Perspective and possibilities. Manifestation isn't magic in the sense that things just materialize. Outcomes are the results of systems interacting. Flexibility opens you up to perceiving more possibilities, and that promotes potential and increases probability. Ascension. When people talk about ascension, this is what I see, is that it is the expansion of awareness and availability of experiences. So when you're talking about ascending to a higher level, what you actually mean is expanding more, becoming more. And manifestation doesn't remove, it reveals. Manifesting isn't an endpoint, it's a pivot point in the story. And the story keeps going. There's no single ideal state. Insight 3. Repetition and reinforcement. An experience is reinforced by repetition. What you give your attention to all the time becomes sharper, more real, more resonant in your mind and in your physical being, in your experience. It influences what your mind lets become part of your story and your reality. What gets incorporated, what is noticed, and what has meaning, what matters at all. And you want to be a steward of the story. You want to steward it, not supervise it. Most manifestation desires are delightful delusions. They give an idea of something, a vague concept of some endpoint where happiness is going to be so much better and everything's going to be better and you're going to be better. But it's just a delusion. Once you get to the endpoint, the story just keeps going. And yes, you can get what you want, but you'll feel differently once you get there because you're changing along the way. So, gratitude and staying engaged in the current moment and really appreciating everything you can about it and the natural evolution of the story is what gets you the sense of satisfaction and satisfactory results. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and sign up for the MethodMuse newsletter in the description below.